Time now for Green Bay Bullfrog Baseball on WOCO Stereo FM.
Jeremiah was a bullfrog, was a good friend of mine.
Today's game being brought to you by 24/7 Well and Pump, Islandfeld, Saskatchewan, and Anderson, the NAW Credit Union, O'Connell Pharmacy, the O'Connell Falls Insurance, Stevenson National Bank and Trust, and Wiz Piggly Wiggly, also by America Inn, Brew Pub Pizza, Cellcom, Tri-City Glass, and Triangle Distributing.
Hello and welcome to C.O. Brown Stadium here in Battle Creek, Michigan. My name is Nolan Knight, voice of the Bullfrogs, and welcome to the WOCO Bullfrogs pregame show. The Bullfrogs are set to host have traveled out to Battle Creek to take on the Bombers for Game 3 of this 4-game road stand. The Bullfrogs last night would lose to the Kalamazoo Growlers 10-3 in a game where the Frogs really never in it. Last night, the Battle Creek Bombers, they had a loss of their own where they struggled. They lost to the Wisconsin Woodchucks 9-0. Let's take a look at this lineup for the scores around the league, and then we will give you your lineups for both teams. The Lacrosse Loggers are traveled out to Duluth to take on the Huskies. They're in the top of the 4th inning. The Huskies have a 3-0 lead. The Kalamazoo Growlers are in Lakeshore taking on the Chinooks. The Wisconsin Raptors are in Rockford taking on the Rivets. The Madison Mallards, they have traveled out to Fond du Lac to take on the Dock Spiders. The Lacrosse Loggers are going to play the Duluth Huskies again later today, as that is a doubleheader. The Rochester Honkers are in Wilmer taking on the Stingers. The Eau Claire Express in Mankato taking on the Moondogs. The Waterloo Bucks in Bismarck taking on the Larks. The Wisconsin Woodchucks, they're in Kenosha taking on the Kingfish. And rounding out today's schedule, the Thunder Bay Border Cats are in St. Cloud taking on the Rocks. Let's give you your lineups for both teams. The lineup for the Battle Creek Bombers. Nick Minkin is the center fielder tonight. He will lead things off, followed by Alex Howard, the shortstop, who's batting second. Nick Walker will be batting third and playing right field. J.D. Mundy, he'll be the cleanup hitter and the designated hitter tonight for the Bombers. Tom Stoffel will be the first baseman batting fifth. Nikola Vasic, he'll be at second base tonight and batting sixth. Batting seventh will be Wyatt Cross, the catcher. Alec Trella is the third baseman tonight. He is batting eighth. And in the 9 hole, it'll be the newcomer to the team, Evan Faconda. Your lineup for your Green Bay Bullfrogs. Mikey Falia is the center fielder. He's leading things off out of UC Irvine. Riley Smith batting second, the shortstop out of Minnesota. Troy Johnston out of Gonzaga University will be the right fielder. He's batting third. Alex Pinner's the first baseman tonight and the cleanup hitter out of Scottsdale Community College. Kyle Bino, the left fielder out of Youngstown State University, will be batting fifth. Willie Bourbon, the designated hitter tonight, will be batting sixth out of Northwestern. Ben Hart of Oakland University will be the second baseman. He bats seventh tonight, and he is the hottest bat on the team as well in his last 10 games, batting over 400. Dan Leckie's the 8-hole hitter and the third baseman tonight out of the College of Lafayette, and Zach Plunkett is your catcher out of the University of Arkansas. Starting pitcher is Connor Wallersheim for the Bullfrogs, and we're going to step aside for the national anthem. Stay tuned. You're listening to the WOCO Sports Stream on the Bullfrogs Radio Network.
At 24/7 Well and Pump Service, we mean just that. Water will be available 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Call 920-848-2407 or 920-604-2407, and a licensed professional will come out to your site, whether it is a water system installation, repair, well inspection, or install underground water lines. They'll be there. Call 920-848-2407 or 920-604-2407. We're in the O'Connell Falls area Yellow Pages. 24/7 Well and Pump Service, Fireside Road, O'Connell Falls.
Visiting teams and combinations are brought to you by America Inn Lodge and Suites, Green Bay West. For toll-free reservations, contact 800-634-3444. America Inn Lodge and Suites, Green Bay West. Welcome to genuine America Inn hospitality.
Tired of running to the bank for every little check? You can save a trip to the bank with the convenience of mobile check deposit from the Stevenson National Bank and Trust. Snapping a picture with our app is as safe as depositing checks at one of our 7 locations. No more rushing to the bank before closing to make those important deposits. Visit snbt.com to enroll for mobile check deposit today. The Stevenson National Bank and Trust, 101 Bray Lake Way in O'Connell. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Hello and welcome back to C.O. Brown Field here, home of the Battle Creek Bombers. The Bullfrogs coming off of a loss last night to the Kalamazoo Growlers. They were actually swept by the Growlers, losing both games. However, they would be in the first game, losing that one 4-3. The Bullfrogs brought a 3-1 lead going into the 8th inning, but 5 singles in a row by the Kalamazoo Growlers would be the difference. They'd go on to poach 3 runs that inning, and then the Bullfrogs would go down in order in the top of the 9th, dropping that first game to the Growlers. The next game yesterday afternoon, the Bullfrogs would not really get off to a great start. They would go down in the game but tie it up a couple of times, but a 5-run bottom of the 5th inning would be the difference in that one. The Bullfrogs never able to respond from it, and they lose that one 10-3, a 7-run deficit. We're here in Battle Creek. The Bullfrogs looking for their first win of this 4-game road trip. On the season, the Bullfrogs hit just 1-5 against the Bombers this year. The last time these two teams faced off, the Bullfrogs lost both matchups, and really in both games, never really in the game either. They lose 10-5 in one game, and then the next 12-8. Starting pitcher out on the mound tonight for the Battle Creek Bombers will be Andrew Click, right-handed pitcher out of Davenport University. The Portland, Michigan product on the season has appeared in 7 games, has posted a 4.85 ERA and a 2-3 record. Has 24 strikeouts on the year to go along with 13 walks and about 30 innings of work or so. Due up for the Bullfrogs here to start off the game will be Mikey Falia, the center fielder. On deck is Riley Smith, and in the hole, Troy Johnston. Mikey Falia digs in, the right-handed hitter out of UC Irvine, and Andrew Click comes set, ready to deal the first pitch of the game, and it comes in. It's a fastball that finds the outside corner, and Falia goes down the count to start off the game 0-1. Andrew Click comes set, takes a deep breath. Kicks the leg, sends in the 0-1. Another fastball, and that one runs way wide. And it evens up the count here, 1-1. Mikey Falia of UC Irvine on the season for the Bullfrogs comes into the game faring pretty well at the plate, sitting at .317 currently. Highest batting average on the team. 1-1. Fastball and runs wide, a 2-1 count now. Falia on the season has managed 32 hits, 2 doubles, 11 RBIs. And he recently has been pretty hot as well, batting .305 in his last 10. The 2-1. Another fastball that runs wide, and Falia ahead in the count here to start off the game 3-1. Just got underway here at C.O. Brown Stadium, home of the Bombers, an old minor league park here that was built way back when. Andrew Click takes a deep breath, kicks the leg, the 3-1. Swung on, chopping ground ball to the third baseman. He has it, throw to first in time, and there's one away. Alec Trella over there at third base, reading that one right off the bat. Got a nice jump on it, picked it up off of the infield grass off of one hop, and an easy sidearm toss beats Mikey Falia by a couple of steps. Riley Smith, the shortstop, went out dig in. Riley Smith on the season for the Bullfrogs. He's fared well as also, batting .273 on the season. At one point this year, he was at the top of the batting average statistical category, but on a bit of a skid here recently as he comes into the game batting below 200 in his last 10. First pitch to him. Breaking ball that just clips the outside lower portion, 0-1. Riley Smith last night would go 0 for 4 and in fact has not had a hit in his last 4 games. Andrew Click kicks the leg and sends in the 0-1. Swung on and fouled back into the backstop netting. 0-2. Riley Smith goes behind. And as I mentioned, there was a point in this season where Riley Smith seems like he was just one of the best players on the team. He had found himself in the middle of a 7-game hit streak, and then he's just gone cold since. 0 for 5, 0 for 4, 0 for 3, and 0 for 4 in his last 4 games. But we saw him have multi-hit games in 5 of 6 of those 6-game hitting streaks. 0-2 delivery, and that one runs wide, and a 1-2 count now. Riley Smith on the season, as mentioned, 10 RBIs against Battle Creek 2 series ago. Would go 0-9 in those 2 games. Managed 1 run as he got on base just once. The 1-2. It's a breaking ball high and a 2-2 count now. Here in the top of the first inning at C.O. Brown Stadium. The Davenport University product evens up the count, comes set. Has faced off against the Bullfrogs twice already this year. The 2-2 delivery. Swing and a miss. Strike 3, and Andrew Click retires his second batter faced and grabs his first strikeout of the night. Andrew Click on the season 1-1 against the Bullfrogs. His last time against the Frogs, he would give up the loss. He would pitch 7 innings, allow 3 earned runs, 8 hits, and strike out 7. In a game where the Bullfrogs just were able to sneak by. Troy Johnson, the right fielder, now digs in. The left-handed hitter out of Gonzaga awaits. Andrew Click, wasting no time, deals one in. Swung on, a blooper over the head of the shortstop, and it's a base hit into left field. And Troy Johnston continues his hot hitting. Troy Johnson coming in this game for the Bullfrogs has just been absolutely hot recently for the Frogs. Johnston comes into the game batting just around 300 on the year. In his last couple of games against the Kalamazoo Growlers, he would record multi-hit days, going 3 for 5 in that first game against the Growlers with 2 doubles. Went 1 for 4 last night and starts off his day here at C.O. Brown with a hit. So a runner at first, and the cleanup hitter Alex Pinner digs in. First pitch to him. Fastball right across Broadway, goes down the count 0-1. Alex Pinner out of Scottsdale Community College on the season for the Bullfrogs. He's another guy that's fared well. Batting .228 on the season. Beginning of the year, Pinner was down all the way to .210 at one point, but has really done much better here recently. 0-1. Swung on. Missed. Goes down the count now 0-2. It's a fastball high and away. Pinner chased that one out of the zone, getting nothing but air. Andrew Click comes set. Battle Creek in their black tops, red caps, and white pants. The 0-2. Swung on. That one fouled straight back. And an 0-2 count now. Relatively big backstop here at C.O. Brown Stadium. Pretty large dimension as well. 333 down right. About the same down left and towards dead center. I don't see any postings of it, but it doesn't look too deep in center compared to how deep right field is. 0-2 pitch is swung on and fouled back left side into the grandstands here that are bordering just about all the way down from the first base side to the third base side. 395 down center. There it is. Now I see it. Sitting right there on the door out there and blind up here. Andrew Click sends in the 0-2. That one swung on. A fly ball into right center field. Could be trouble. Diving's the right fielder, but he can't put his glove on it. Chris Sabo sending in Troy Johnson. He rounds third. The throw from the second baseman, not in time. Troy Johnston slides in, and the Bullfrogs take a 1-0 lead off of the bat of Alex Pinner. Nick Walker, the right fielder, diving out in right field, trying to snag that one. Clips off of his glove, bounces underneath of it, and rolls towards the warning track, and Pinner manages an RBI double off of it. Troy Johnston's wheels turning there to get home safely, scoring all the way from first. Kyle Benio now digs in. The left fielder awaits, and Andrew Click comes set. Checks the runner at second, and the delivery. Fastball wide, 1-0. So a good start for the Bullfrogs. We'll see if they can continue it. Of course, would take the lead against the Kalamazoo Growlers. 2-9 to go. A 2-0 lead at that, but we're unable to hold on to that one. Bullfrogs have been much better when they take the early lead compared to when they don't, though, for instance. 1-0. That one's wide. A 2-0 count now. Another fastball from Click. So Alex Penner's hot hitting continues. His 9th double on the year, 16th RBI. That 9th double good for second best on the team behind only Kyle Bino, who digs in. Andrew Click deals in the 2-0. Swung on. Fly ball into center. Tracking back is Nick Meekin. That has an opportunity to score a run. Bounces off the warning track and against the wall. An RBI double for Kyle Bino. Alex Penner comes across to score, and the Bullfrogs with a 2-0 lead here in the first. A hard hit ball by Bino. Nick Meekin out in center field was kind of taking a lateral read on it at first. If he goes vertical there, he might have been able to make the grab. Doesn't get a good read off of it out of the bat and finds himself tracking straight back, and it nearly bounced over the wall out there in center field. Willie Bourbon, the designated hitter, now stands in, and Andrew Click trying to get out of the bind. Another runner at second. The first pitch into Bino. Clips the inside lower portion, 0-1. Willie Bourbon out of River Woods, Illinois, the Northwestern product on the season for the Frogs, comes into the game batting just .183. 0-1. Fastball that runs high, 1-1 now. Willie Bourbon in his last 10 games for the Bullfrogs, currently batting about .192, but has managed a home run and 4 RBIs in those games. The 1-1. Swing and a miss. Andrew Click gets ahead, 1-2 now. So 3 straight hits in a row here for the Bullfrogs in the first. And you were curious how they were going to respond to yesterday's game. A 3:05 showdown where the Bullfrogs had a lot of time to think about that loss. Really an awkward bus ride home after the game, or to the hotel, I should say. 1-2. Swung on. Line drive, middle of the field. That bounces fair, and Sabo's going to send in Kyle Bino. Throw from center field is not going to be on target, and Kyle Bino is easily going to scamper across for another run. Bullfrogs take a 3-0 lead as Willie Bourbon is able to advance to second off of the errant throw from the center fielder. So he's at second now off of the single and grabs himself an RBI as well. Make it 4 hits in a row now for the Bullfrogs. That bus ride home after yesterday's loss, very quiet, and you could feel a tenseness in the air. Bullfrogs have lost many a games this season, but Kalamazoo is a team that the Frogs have had their number, and for the way for Kalamazoo to beat the Bullfrogs yesterday, it was kind of curious how they were going to respond. Ben Hart, the second baseman, is due up, and the pitching coach for the Kalamazoo Growlers comes out to have a word with Andrew Click, who has not started things off great here. Pitching coach goes back to the dugout, and Andrew Click's going to stay out there. He's 1 out away of getting out of the bind, but the Bullfrogs have put 3 runs across and 4 hits on the board with 2 outs up there. Ben Hart, the hottest hitter on the team, digs in. First pitch to him. Breaking ball that clips the outside corner, 0-1. Ben Hart batting .464 on the season, has managed 13 hits, 2 homers, and 8 RBIs here in the past 10 games. Not this season, my apologies. 0-1. Swing and a miss. Ben Hart goes down in the count, 0-2 now. Hart stands in. Andrew Click trying to get out of the frame ahead here, 0-2. The delivery. Fastball, high and wide, a 1-2 count now. Ben Hart in those last 10 games, as mentioned, just absolutely on fire. Nearly batting .500. 2 home runs, 8 RBIs to boot. Another base hit here would probably grab himself another RBI. would manage a multi-hit game against the Kalamazoo Growlers last time out. 1-2 pitch, swung on and fouled back. Hart stays alive. Hart, the Oakland University product. This past season for the Golden Grizzlies would bat just 197 after coming off a year where he was named to the All-Horizon League second team for his .305 batting average, which was good for second best on the team. The 1-2 swung on, grounded to the third baseman, and it's off of his glove. It'll be an E5 there, but it puts 2 runners on for the Bullfrogs. A hard hit grounder down the third base line. Third baseman Alec Treller throws the glove down, and it kind of just rolls up his entire glove, rolls up his arm, and falls behind him. And so the struggles continue now for the Battle Creek Bombers as the 8-hole hitter stands in the first inning. Dan Leckie, the third baseman on the season for the Bullfrogs, comes into the game having his struggles, batting just 167, but did manage a grand slam against this Battle Creek team the last time they faced off. First pitch to him, fastball wide and low, 1-0. And that is absolutely tough for Andrew Click. Finally gets the ground out he's looking for, and then Alec Trella can't make the play on it. And now he has to get a 4th out. 1-0. Fastball that clips the outside corner, gets one back, 1-1 now. So Willie Bourbon's on deck now, or rather over at third now for the Bullfrogs. Andrew Click, as you might have just heard on the PA announcement, just pitched his 30th of the inning. 1-1 pitch, swung on, a fly ball over towards the bullpen. All of the Bullfrogs scatter out there. However, the left fielder, Evan Facindia, I'm going to have to get the pronunciation on that name, brand new to the team, making his debut in a Bombers uniform. And so Dan Leckie stays alive after fouling that one away. A 1-2 count here. 2 outs on the board. Runners at first and third here at C.O. Brown Stadium. Dan Leckie awaits the 1-2. Fastball one runs wide and low in the dirt. 2-2 now. Andrew Click adjusts his hat. Just trying to get out of the inning at this point. Already reached 30 pitches in the inning, so he won't be able to face a new batter. They're going to have to send in a new pitcher. The 2-2. That one runs low. And a full count now. 3-2. 2 outs on the board. Runners at first and third. Bullfrogs with a 3-0 lead here at C.O. Brown, coming into the game on a 4-game losing streak. Were swept by this team 2 series ago. Dan Leckie awaits. Andrew Click comes set. Deals in the payoff. Runner off from first. Swung on and fouled away. Leckie stays alive. Dan Leckie out of the College of Lafayette, the right-handed hitter from Suffield, Connecticut. This past season would bat .291 with 18 RBIs in the Patriot League. Of course, home to George Mason and other teams alike, if you're not familiar with Lafayette College, not to be confused with Louisiana Lafayette. Dan Leckie calls time, steps out, touches his bat on home plate, and resets. Andrew Click comes set and sends in the payoff. Finds the outside corner. Dan Leckie can't believe it, but it's a backwards K for Andrew Click, and you almost root for him at that point. Of course, the Battle Creek Bombers trying to get out of the inning. They suffered an error, but it looks like it won't do any harm as Leckie goes down looking. That'll do it for the top of the first inning. Stay tuned for the bottom half. You're listening to the WOCO Sports Stream on the Bullfrogs Radio Network.
Honey, get the camera. Riley's rolling again.
That dog always gets excited up here at the cabin.
Riley loves the woods, don't you, Riley? Roll, Riley, roll. You getting this?
I'm getting it all. It's fabulous. But we can't upload it until we get home.
Right, no data connection up here.
Challenge.
Coach McCarthy?
Mason Crosby.
Switch to Cellcom, guys. Our coverage is great, whether you're out here or anywhere coast to coast.
Yeah, Riley's fans don't want to wait.
Now Riley's really on a roll.
At Cellcom, we've got you covered out in the country and all across the country. Cellcom, built for you.
Very athletic. I think we can use him on special teams.
But not the kick, right?
We'll see.
It's Cellcom's Customer Appreciation Celebrations. Get smartphones from the top 2 brands for just a penny each, along with food prizes and sales on accessories. Cellcom, built for you. Available day of event only. New 2-year activation qualified upgrade required. Restrictions apply. Visit cellcom.com/celebrate for details.
Hello and welcome back to C.O. Brown Stadium here in Battle Creek, Michigan. My name's Nolan Knight, voice of the Bullfrogs. Bottom of the first, about to get underway. The Bullfrogs have a 3-0 lead over the Battle Creek Bombers here at C.O. Brown. Starting pitcher on the mound for the Green Bay Bullfrogs will be their ace, Connor Wallersheim. Wallersheim on the season for the Bullfrogs has pitched absolutely lights out. Has a 3-2 record and the best ERA of any starting pitcher on the team at 2.31. Has struck out 42, walked just 16. His 3 wins are good for most on the team. His 42 strikeouts good for most on the team. And his 42.2 innings good for most on the team. He's just been absolutely lights out and just has been great. Is a left-handed pitcher out of Kent State that works it quick. He has a pace unlike any other in the Northwoods League besides other pitchers from Kent State. They must teach him to just send it in one after another. First pitch of the game for him is a fastball that runs in the dirt, 1-0. Due up for the Battle Creek Bombers in this first inning will be Nick Minkin, Alex Howard, and Nick Walker. Nick Minkin, the center fielder, swings at the 1-0 pitch. It's a pop-up, foul territory right side, and into the grandstands. Evens up the count here, 1-1. Nick Minkin out of Virginia Tech, the sophomore right-handed hitter, transferred into Virginia Tech from Iowa Western. The 1-1 pitch, that one runs into the zone, 1-2 now. At Iowa Western, he would bat .358 with 3 home runs and 38 RBIs. 1-2. Check swing. That one's low in the dirt. Zach Plunkett appealed to the first base umpire. He went around. Strike 3. Didn't expect that, and I don't think Nick Minkin did either. It's a check swing. Bat head must have came around, and the first base umpire over there, Steven Rios, says, oh yeah, that went around, and Connor Wallersheim grabs his first strikeout of the night. Alex Howard, the all-star shortstop, digs in now, and Connor Wallersheim, per usual, not wasting any time, sends in a fastball. Hits the inside corner, however, just missing it, in fact, for a ball, 1-0. Alex Howard on the season has been unreal for this team, batting .346. 1-0 pitch. That one runs inside, 2-0 now. In his past 10 games, batting a little slower than that at .270, but by no means on a cold streak. The 2-0. Swung on. Broken back, blooper up the middle of the field. Second baseman has it, throw to first, not in time. Ben Hart over there at second base takes a funky read on it as it had all sorts of spin on it. Of course, the broken bat kind of takes all of the power out of the ball, and it kind of stays into the infield grass. Ben Hart running forward, grabs it, throws it over to first, but it just kind of lofted up in the infield, never coming down. When it finally did, Alex Howard manages to beat out the throw for the infield single. And there's a runner at first now for Nick Walker, who digs in. The right fielder awaits the first pitch to him. Fastball that clips the lower portion. 0-1, Wallersheim starts ahead. Connor Wallersheim out of Kent State. The sophomore this past season would post a 3.51 ERA and a 2-1 record. Looks at the runner at first, deals in the 0-1. Breaking ball that runs low, 1-1 now. Connor Wallersheim from Neenah, Wisconsin. His 15 games played, managed 4 starts, so kind of a guy that's came in as a reliever and a guy that's been a starter as well. But in 49 innings pitched, he's allowed, or rather tossed in, 45 strikeouts. The 1-1. Check swing. Doesn't matter. Found the outside lower portion. 1-2. So a 1-2 count here. 1 out on the board. Runner over at first, and Alex Howard. He legged out an infield single. Wallersheim gives him a glance and sends in the 1-2. Swung on and fouled away right side. Nick Walker on the season for the Battle Creek Bombers. He's been all right. On this season, Walker comes into the game batting .320, 30 RBIs. Wallersheim checks the runner at first. The 1-2. Swung on. Ground ball to short. Riley Smith can't make the play. It's into the outfield. And the infield troubles continue here for both teams. Or rather, not continue, but begin, I should say, as the Battle Creek Bombers managed an error in that top of the first, and now Riley Smith with one of his own here in the bottom half. It's a chopping ground ball to the shortstop, Riley Smith. Kind of tries to backhand it, and it just bounces over his glove. So TJ Shook stands in. He's going to be the designated hitter today. The right-handed hitter was not in the lineup at the start of today's game when it first came in. However, a late scratch, it was going to be J.D. Mundy, but they give the nod to Shook instead. First pitch to him goes by for a strike. The next one, a fastball low, 1-1. So 1-1 count here. Runner at first and second. 1 out on the board. TJ Shook stands in. Connor Wallersheim comes set, checks the runner at second, and deals in the 1-1. Fastball. That one runs wide. About belt level of Shook, and it's a 2-1 count now. The 2-1. Swung on and fouled off of the dirt. It comes back and hits the batter there. And then bounces back into play. 2-2. So an even count, 2 balls and 2 strikes. Runners at first and second. Wallersheim trying to work out of the bind here. They're going to have to try to get 4 outs in this one, as Riley Smith has an error on the afternoon as well. 2-2 pitch. Breaking ball that bounces across home plate. Hits Zach Plunkett in the chest, and he has to scamper up, go pick it up to make sure that nobody's going anywhere. And it's a full count now. 3 balls, 2 strikes out on the board. Payoff. Swung on and fouled away left side. Batter stays alive. Connor Wallersheim, one of just 2 left-handed starters that the Bullfrogs have. Of course, they start on back-to-back days. Jerry Toby will be tomorrow's probable starter for the Bullfrogs. The payoff. Swung on, ground away right side, foul. Count remains full. And Jared Toby says he kind of wish it was different because they're guys that they have similar pitches. They kind of hit the same speed. They're both left-handed guys, and so he says whenever I have to go after Wallersheim and it's the same team, everyone's kind of used to it. And he says that's what I'll blame for my troubles this year. Everyone's got an excuse, don't they? Wallersheim deals in the payoff. The runs wide, ball 4, bases loaded. Wallersheim in a jam. Of course, we all have excuses for different reasons, so we won't give Toby that hard of a time. So due up now for the Battle Creek Bombers will be Tom Stoffel, the left-handed hitter out of Virginia Tech. Lefty stands in. Wallersheim rocks away, sends it in. Breaking ball right across the plate, but it was low, 1-0. About shin level of Stoffel. Lefty from Dayton, Ohio. Swings at the 1-0 pitch. It's a fly ball deep into left, but it's foul. That one bouncing into the beer garden out there on the left field side. Evens up the count, a ball and a strike. As a ball from the bullpen drifts all the way out into right field where Troy Johnston has to go pick it up and throw it back. So time's called, but we're back underway. Bases juiced, 1 out on the board, the 1-1. Finds the outside corner, snap throw, and they got him. Is he going to be safe? No, he's not. As Dan Leckie has a rundown with the runner over at third. Chases him all the way down the third base line. Leckie nearly falling trying to chase him. As Alex Howard nearly legged out a run there. But instead, it's a throwdown from Zach Plunkett, and man, has he been good at that this season. He catches guys sleeping. They don't expect it, and Zach Plunkett, one of the best defensive catchers in the league. He can absolutely launch one. If you're not paying attention, he's going to catch you. And you're going to feel not so smart about it. The 1-2 pitch, breaking ball, swung on and missed. And it's a strike him out after a throw him out, and the Bullfrogs get out of the jam. They leave 2 runners stranded. That'll do it for the first frame. The Bullfrogs lead 3-0. Stay tuned. You're listening to the WOCO Sports Stream on the Bullfrogs Radio Network. Stay tuned.
Tri-City Glass and Doors, locally owned and family operated, and has been since 1960. Specializing in commercial glass projects and automotive glass repair. Having grown up right here in Northeast Wisconsin, Tri-City understands your needs and wants to be the residential glass and door professionals you can count on. They're here for your family in all of life stages, from building an addition on your home for your newborn to applying Aquapel to your new driver's car. Additionally, they are locally owned, so there's no hoops to jump through. You can call them or come in at any time to talk directly to one of their glass and door experts.
Just like a great coach, State Farm agents Margie Dolan, Oconto, and Paul Huberty and Lena can help you develop a game plan for your insurance needs. Whether it's car, home, life, health, or business, agents Margie Dolan and Paul Huberty can help you find the affordable coverage you need. When your life and goals change, agents Margie Dolan and Paul Huberty will be there to help you adjust your insurance game plan with a free family insurance checkup. So, for all your insurance needs, call on a winner. State Farm agents Margie Dolan at 834-5151 and Paul Huberty at 829-5555.
Hello and welcome back to Battle Creek, Michigan, here at C.O. Brown Stadium. My name's Nolan Knight, voice of the Bullfrogs. New pitcher out on the mound is T.J. Shook. My apologies, got kind of turned around with J.D. Mundy and Shook. I was told that the next BC pitcher was going to be T.J. Shook, and for some reason I thought it meant the next batter. And so I was just kind of all sorts of confused when it came around. But we figured it out. T.J. Shook, he's out on the mound, the right-handed pitcher. And due up for the Bullfrogs here in this bottom of the first inning will be the 9-hole hitter, Zach Plunkett. The Bullfrogs nearly batting through the lineup in that first frame when they put 3 runs across off of 4 straight hits, all of that coming with 2 outs on the board. So after Zach Plunkett, will be back up to the top of the lineup with Mikey Folia and Riley Smith. Folia, the center fielder, his last time up, he would ground out to third. And Plunkett coming off of a unreal game. 3 for 4, a home run, a double, and a single. We'll see if he can keep his bat alive. The right-handed batter out of Arkansas digs in. TJ Shook deals him one. It's a fastball that's swung on. Fly ball into center field. Nick Minkin has a read on it, and it's an easy out, one away. TJ Shook, the left-handed hitter, right-handed hurler, stands about 6'3", 205, the redshirt junior out of Oakland University. So he'll get to play against his teammates here today. Of course, Ben Hart from Oakland University. As well, right-handed pitcher for the Bullfrogs, Nick Parr from Oakland as well. So I'm sure they'll have a meet-up after the game's all said and done. The Bloomfield Hills, Michigan product sends in the first pitch to Mikey Folia. It's a fastball that runs inside. Folia kind of has to hide away from it. 1-0. Mikey Folia of UC Irvine on the season for the Bullfrogs, having a great year, batting around .315. 1-0 pitch, swung on and fouled away right side. 1-1. I touched briefly on it in the top of the first inning, and I'll mention it again. After the last loss for the Bullfrogs, it was really an eerie feeling for the Frogs. Last in the South Division, has the worst record on the Northwoods League, and despite being in a lot of games, the last game just did not go their way. 1-1 pitch, swung on, line drive right field, that gets past the first baseman. Another base hit for the Frogs, their 5th of the game. Mikey Folia waits for a pitch he likes, fouls one away, and then hits a hard grounder over towards first. Tom Stoffel, the first baseman, can't put the mitt on it, and it's into right field for a base hit. So a runner at first now for Riley Smith. But with that being said, they just absolutely bounced back from it. They look good. So far here early, we'll see if they can keep the bats high. Riley Smith digs in, as mentioned. He's on a dry streak. First pitch to him. Swung on and fouled away right side. 0-1. Riley Smith out of the University of Minnesota from Broken Arrow, Oklahoma. Would bat just .143 this past year for the Golden Gophers. But back during his freshman campaign, would bat .300. Throw back to first. Folia back safely. As we have an 0-1 count with an out on the board, the Bullfrogs have a 3-0 lead. Folia takes the lead from first. Shook comes set. Kicks the leg, runner off. Throw down from the catcher. In time, they got him. Folia slides in. Second baseman Nikola Vasic kind of had a late read on running over to second, but he makes the grab, falling down, swipes the glove in front of the bag, and Folia slides into it. And just like that, 2 away. Riley Smith down on the count 0-2 here. It could be a quick half inning. Shook comes set. First pitch. Finds the inside corner. Strike 3. Sure enough, it is a quick one. Zach Plunkett flies out to center for the first out. Mikey Folia is caught stealing second, and Riley Smith goes down looking off of 3 straight pitches, and that will do it for the top of the second. Stay tuned for the bottom half. You're listening to the WOCO Sports Stream on the Bullfrogs Radio Network. Stay tuned.
We've heard it time and time again. You want local loan decisions and servicing, faster turnaround, and answers to your questions handled right here in Oconto. At the Stevenson National Bank and Trust, we've got all of those bases covered, from local loan decisions and on-time closings to great rates and fair terms. Visit me, Bob Schwartz, at the Stevenson National Bank and Trust. I've helped many people, and now I'd like to help you with your next loan. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Over the past 60 years, Triangle Distributing has maintained itself as a leader in the market as it has responded to the changes in product innovation and consumer demands. It is in this commitment to employees, customers, community, and supplier partners that has enabled them to remain one of the best and most respected distributors in our state.
Combine the flavors of Italy with the heart of the Irish, add some Chicago flair, and you've got Gallagher's Pizza. For the best Chicago-style pizza north of the Illinois border, Gallagher's Pizza is your destination. Call now for delivery or pickup in Green Bay and De Pere. Gallagher's Pizza, home of the best lunch buffet in town.
Hello and welcome back to C.O. Brown Stadium here, bottom of the second inning. Connor Wallersheim still out on the mound for the Bullfrogs, and due up for the Bombers will be Nikola Vasic, followed by Wyatt Cross and Alec Trella. Vasic stands in, the second baseman, small frame, just about 5'9". First pitch to him, fastball that clips the inside corner, 0-1. Vasic on the season batting .236, has had his troubles, but in his past 10 games or so has played a bit better than that, .289. The 0-1 pitch is a fastball that gets away from Wallersheim. I mean, that one way outside and high. Plunkett can't even attempt to put a glove on it. The 1-1 delivery. Swung on. Fly ball into shallow left center. Tracking back is the shortstop, Riley Smith. He's called off by Kyle Bigno, who runs forward and makes the grab for an out. Good play there from Kyle Bigno, calling off the shortstop Smith there. Kyle Bigno has had his troubles in the outfield recently for the Bullfrogs. Has had a couple of balls that have just bounced out of his glove, and it's not that Kyle Bigno doesn't have the skill to play outfield by any means. He's a star player for the Youngstown State Penguins, but he's had a couple of balls that just bounced out of his mitt. And a nice confidence booster there for Bigno as he calls off Smith from that one and records the out. Yes, it's your routine, but much needed for Bigno there. First pitch into the new batter goes by for a ball, 1-0. The 1-0 pitch, that one swung on and fouled away left side, and it's an even count now. A ball and a strike and out on the board, nobody on. Bottom of the second inning as Wyatt Cross, the catcher, is dug in. The 1-1 pitch is swung on and found away right side that time, over towards the first base coach of the Bombers. 1-2, he goes down. Wyatt Cross out of Indiana University. This past season played for San Jacques JUCO school, which was one of the best in the country, of course. The 1-2 pitch is swung on, sky rocketed fly ball, foul, right side, 1-2. At San Jacques, he would bat .256. That same year that he played for San Jacques, to kind of give you an idea of how good of the school is. 1-2 pitch comes in, swung on and missed, strike 3. Second strikeout of the night for Connor Wallersheim. There were 7 players drafted from San Jacques. It's a JUCO school. There's Power 5 schools that don't get 7 players drafted. Of course, Wyatt Cross, a part of that team, however, can't bring that talent to the plate that time as he goes down swinging for the second out. And Alec Trella, the third baseman, stands in now. Right-handed hitter awaits. First pitch to him goes by for a ball. The 1-0. That one runs inside and low also. 2-0 now. Wallersheim comes set, wasting no time since in the 2-0. It's a fastball right over the plate, 2-1. Alec Trella, the third baseman out of the University of Memphis on the season, batting .119. 2-1. Swung on. Line drive left side. Gets past the third baseman, Dan Leckie, and it's into left field for a base hit. The second of the game. So all the way down to the 9 hole now as Evan Vasinda digs in. Vasinda making his debut as a Bomber. His first game in a BC Bombers uniform. We'll see how he can fare. Wears the number 6 on his back. White batting gloves, Evo shield on the left arm. The right-handed batter digs in. Connor Wallersheim with a runner at first and 2 outs on the board. Deals in the first pitch. It's a fastball that finds the outside corner, 0-1. Vasinda out of Clark University. from California. The junior 6-footer awaits. Wallersheim deals. Fastball that misses low and inside. 1-1 now. Connor Wallersheim on the season, as I mentioned, has 7 starts and some of the most innings pitched across the league, up there in the top 10. 1-1. Fastball that runs low. 2-1 now. As mentioned, a guy out of Kent State who's coming off of a pretty solid sophomore year. Would appear in 15 different games. A normal name that comes out of the pen for the Golden Flashes. 2-1 pitches, swung on. It's a line drive into left field. Another base hit for the Bombers. They have strung together 2 in a row now, as Fasanda grabs his first hit in a BC Bombers uniform. So back up to the top of the lineup as Nick Menken digs in. The center fielder, his last time up, would go down swinging. The right-handed hitter on the season, batting .220 from Bartlett, Illinois. Wallersheim comes set, 2 runners on. Deals in the first one, swung on, popped up foul, past the grandstand seating. 0-1. Wallersheim stares him down and waits for him to get ready. He comes set. Checks the runner at second and sends in the 0-1. A breaking ball that runs high and wide. And it's a 1-1 count here. 2 outs on the board and runner at first and second. Wallersheim checks the runner at second. The 1-1. Swung on. Slicing foul ball right side. Alex Penner, the first baseman, tracking over, but he's not going to be able to get there. It bounces over towards the bouncy houses that sit just past the grandstand seating. On the right side, 1-2. Wallersheim comes set. Runners at first and second, 2 outs. The 1-2. Fastball high and wide. Deuces wild. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, 2 runners on. Bullfrogs have a 3-0 lead here in the bottom of the second inning. Frogs on a 4-game skid coming into this one. Trying to bounce back. Get in that win column. Have just 3 wins on this second half. Checks the runner at second. 2-2. Swung on. Grounded to short. Smith has it. Underhand toss to Ben Hart. They get the runner there. And they leave 2 stranded. That'll do it for the second frame. Connor Wallersheim works out another bind, and the Bullfrogs have a 3-0 lead. Stay tuned for the third frame. You're listening to the WOCO Sports Stream on the Bullfrogs Radio Network.
Do you feel like you're paying too much for your medication? Stop in at O'Connell Pharmacy and see our pharmacist, Ron or Poom, about our cost minimization program. We can save you some money. The O'Connell Pharmacy, our family helping your family.
We all want to be self-sufficient, whether it's fixing projects at home, whether it's changing the oil on the car, or maybe even keeping your checkbook balanced. But when it comes to income taxes, trust me, you don't want to do it yourself. You don't want to do it with someone that just does it 3 months a year as a little sideline job. You need to work with a proactive 24/7 CPA firm that can actually get you results and keep more money in your pocket. Pick up the phone today, 715-735-0583.
Hello and welcome back to Battle Creek, Michigan here at C.O. Brown Stadium. My name is Nolan Knight, voice of the Bullfrogs, and welcome back to the WOCO Sports Stream. The Bullfrogs have a 3-0 lead over the Battle Creek Bombers, and coming into the game, they were on a 4-game skid. They're looking to bounce back from that, and so far, well, they're doing all right. 5 hits on the afternoon, 3 runs scored, all of those stats coming back in the first frame. We'll see if they can continue that. And due up for the Frogs here in this top of the third inning will be the 3-4-5 hitters. Troy Johnston, Alex Pinner, and Kyle Bino. Those are the three guys that got this whole thing started. With 2 outs on the board in the first inning, Troy Johnston would snag a single. That would be followed up with a Alex Pinner RBI double, which would be followed up by a Kyle Bino RBI double, which would then be followed up with a Willie Bourbon RBI single. We'll see if they can continue that fire. As out on the mound still for the Battle Creek Bombers will be TJ Shook, right-handed pitcher out of Oakland University. So Troy Johnson, the right fielder, digs in here. Absolutely has been on fire recently for the Bullfrogs, batting .277 coming into this game. In his last 10 games, or rather last 5 games, doing much better than that, .391. First pitch to him. Fastball that runs wide, 1-0. To put it kind of into perspective, just how good Johnston has been in his last 5 games, 9 hits. Shook deals in the 1-0. Swung on, a fly ball, foul territory left side, 1-1. Troy Johnson out of Gonzaga University coming off of a unreal freshman year where he would bat .323, probably just 10 starts or so away from being named a freshman All-American. Could have used a little bit more playing time to make that list. But in that limited time, still managed 3 home runs and 17 RBIs. 1-1 pitch is swung on, a fly ball, foul territory that bounces over towards the bullpen of the Bullfrogs. Third baseman Alec Treller in hot pursuit, staring up into the sun trying to get there, but is unable to. He's going to have to jog back to his spot. And Troy Johnston's going to go down in the count here, 1-2. Johnston from Puyallup, Washington. Absolutely a far, far, far away from home. Probably one of the farthest. The 1-2. Fastball that runs wide, evens up the count. 2 balls and 2 strikes here. This past season, despite not being a freshman All-American, was named to the freshman All-Western Coast Conference team. Shook steps off the mound and wipes his face, licks his finger, and now resets. Sean stands in, gives his bat a couple of practice swings, and now awaits. The 2-2 offering. Swung on. Ground ball to short. Howard has it. The throw to first. In time. Beats out Johnston by a step. 1 away. So after the 6-3 out, Alex Pinner will dig in. Alex Pinner of Scottsdale Community College comes into the game 6th in the lead for walks worked. But, you know, he's got it done at the plate as well. He doesn't just look at everything, you know. Of course, coming into the game, Alex Pinner supports a batting average that sits around .280 or so. I mean, I think what's most notable of that is that how low it was at one point this year. He's really worked his way up that batting average stack. And he swings at the first pitch he sees. It's a ground to right side, and it gets past the first baseman, Tom Stoffel, for a base hit, his second of the game. I can't even get out how good he's been hitting before he snags another one. I mean, the guy's batting .288 on the year, 40 hits, has played in the most games for the Bullfrogs, 8 doubles, 15 RBIs, 36 walks. He's been unreal for the Frogs. One of those guys that has been around since the first game of the season. Kyle Bino now digs in for the Bullfrogs. He would rope the RBI double his last time up. First pitch to him. Swung on, skyrocketed pop up in the infield. First baseman Tom Stoffel gets underneath of it and makes the grab. 2 away. Willie Bourbon, the designated hitter, will now dig in. Bourbon out of Northwestern. His last time up, he would rope an RBI single. Bourbon comes into the game having his struggles. Of course, batting just .183 on the year. Did manage a hit in yesterday's contest against the Growlers. As in his last 4 games, he has 3 hits, a home run, and 4 RBIs. First pitch to him. The fastball that just clips the lower outside portion, 0-1. Throw back to first. Troy Johnson slides back in safely. TJ Shook a little worried about the runner over there in Johnston, who's been a solid base runner this season for the Frogs. He takes the lead over there at first. Shook comes set. Kicks the leg, the 0-1. Fastball wide. A 1-1 count now. Willie Bourbon of Northwestern. Riverwoods, Illinois. This past season for Northwestern, batting just 164. The 1-1 offering. That one clips the outside portion. A 1-2 count now. 23 hits, 2 home runs, and 12 RBIs this past year. However, led that Wildcats team in strikeouts. The lefty stands in. Shook deals in the 1-2. Fastball wide. Evens up the count. 2 balls and 2 strikes. The left-handed sophomore digs back in. TJ Shook wasting no time. Deals in the 2-2. Swung on a slow little grounder back to the pitcher. An underhand toss to first. And TJ Shook gets his side out of the inning. Leaves one runner stranded. But the Bullfrogs hold on to a 3-0 lead going into the bottom of the third. You're listening to the WOCO Sports Stream on the Bullfrogs Radio Network. Stay tuned.
Is the frozen pizza that you're eating at home tired and worn out? It just doesn't have its stuff anymore. Its toppings are low and inside while the cheese is chin music. The time has come, friends, to make the switch. Make the call to the Brew Pub Bullpen. Bring in the relief and get the win with Brew Pub Lots of Matzo pizzas. Made with premium toppings, then smothered in over half a pound of fresh 100% Wisconsin-made mozzarella cheese, Brew Pub Lots of Matzo pizzas are the ingredients for a great time. Find us online at brewpubpizza.com, on Facebook at Brew Pub Pizza, or follow us on Instagram and Twitter at Brew Pub Pizza. Brew Pub Lots of Matzo Pizza, the ingredients for a great time.
American Lodge and Suites Green Bay West is the ideal location for your next stay, whether you're traveling for business or pleasure. They are proud to provide the amenities you want most and deliver them at the highest level possible, starting with comfortable, quieter guest rooms. Welcome to genuine American hospitality.
Hello and welcome back to C.O. Brown Stadium here, bottom of the third inning, about to get underway. Connor Wallersheim still out on the mound for the Bullfrogs. The left-handed pitcher out of Kent State on the season for the Frogs, as I mentioned earlier, has just been lights out. 2.31 ERA, the best ERA for any starting pitcher. He deals in a fastball to lead off the game, and it swung on a sky-rocketed fly ball into left field. Kyle Beno underneath of it. Puts the glove up and makes the squeeze one away just like that. Alex Hard wasting time there. Swings at the first one he sees, gets a lot of it, but kind of moonshotted it straight up into the air, and Kyle Beno makes the easy play. Nick Walker, the right fielder, now is in. He got on base between East last time up. A breaking ball to him. That runs inside, a 1-0 count. Nick Walker, the right fielder for the Bombers, comes into the game, supporting a batting average that's quite impressive. Currently sits at .318 on the year. The 1-0 pitch, that one comes across for a strike. Evens it up 1-1. Walker takes a long step out of the batter's box, now stands back in. The 1-1. Swing and a miss. 1-2, he goes behind. Love watching Connor Wallersheim out on the mound for the Bullfrogs. I mean, he wastes absolutely no time. He's standing ready right now, already set, waiting for Walker to dig in. The second he looks up at him, he's rocking away and sending in the 1-2. Runs high. Evens it up 2-2. I mean, as a batter, I feel like you got to take your time out of the batter's box before you stand back in, because you don't get any time to really take a breath in there. The 2-2 pitch is swung on, grounded away left side, but it's just foul, about 6 inches left of that third base bag. He runs over and picks it back up and throws it back to his left-handed hurler. And the count evens. 2 balls and 2 strikes here and outs on the board. There's nobody on. Bottom of the 3rd inning. Bullfrogs have a 3-0 lead over this Bombers team that hold a 5-1 series lead. Payoff pitch. Finds the inside corner. Backwards K. Make it 4 strikeouts on the night now for Connor Wallersheim in just 2 1/3 innings. So after the backwards K, J.D. Mundy, the designated hitter, digs in. J.D. Mundy managed to work the walk his last time up. And he stands in here for the second time in the bottom of the 3rd. First pitch to him. Swung on and fouled away towards his dugout. Goes down the count 0-1. J.D. Mundy of Roanoke, Virginia. Grew up in Southwest Virginia. Goes to school out in Southwest Virginia as well. Swings at the 0-1 pitch. It's a fly ball into left field, foul territory. Over towards the dugout of the Frogs and bounces towards the beer garden area. Out of play. Lucky has no shot on it, but I'll give him the no effort award as he sprinted over there trying to make a play on it. An 0-2 count. J.D. Mundy takes his time out of the batter's box and now stands back in. Wallersheim comes set. Rocks back and sends in the 0-2. Fastball that runs in the dirt. 1-2 now. Mundy this past season for the Hokies would bat just .232 with 22 hits, but has been great here in the Northwoods League. Batting .289. Was named an All-Star as well. Another one comes in low, and it's a 2-2 count now. The 2-2 delivery. Fastball, swung on, grounded to first. Alex Pennert bobbles with it, but he picks it up in time to run over to first and beat out Mundy. Mundy not really giving it all, you could say, running over towards first. As Alex Pennert bobbled with it, kind of freaked out for a moment. Then he realized that he had plenty of time, picked it up, ran over to first, and registered the 3rd out. Connor Wallersheim, he puts him down in order 1, 2, 3, including a backwards K to get the Frogs out of the 3rd inning. On to the 4th we go. You're listening to the WOCO Sports Stream on the Bullfrogs Radio Network. Stay tuned.
Here we go, Toby. Great chuck that thing. There we go. Oh, it's on the right pitch. Look at him. Oh, 7-10 split. I don't know. He's going to put a serious spin on this ball. Let's see if he can do it. Come on, Toby. And oh, right into it. He's wobbling. He's wobbling. He's wobbling. They won't go down. Let's get it. Toby, he's got into a spare.
Hello and welcome back to C.O. Brown Stadium here, top of the 4th inning. Still out on the mound for the Battle Creek Bombers is TJ Shook, but we got our first look of Jake Hawken out in the bullpen warming up for the Bombers. Ben Hart digs in for the Bullfrogs, and it's going to be Oakland University against Oakland University here. TJ Shook of Oakland University comes set, and Ben Hart digs in. And I don't know, maybe he's a little worried about the matchup, but he throws in a fastball that goes way behind Ben Hart. You almost wonder if he did it on purpose. Ben Hart gives him a big smile and kind of almost as if to say jumps at him. It's a 1-0 count here. After the ball that goes way behind Ben Hart, and the 1-0 is delivered. That one goes way wide that time as TJ Shook almost looks, I hate to say it, but a little shook out there on the mound. Goes down the count 2-0 to start off the inning. He hasn't fared all that badly at all out on the mound. Has allowed just one hit up there. Has dealt in a strikeout as well. And the right-handed pitcher is going to step off the rubber, recollect himself. Rubs the ball down and puts his glove back on and now resets. Ben Hart patiently awaiting him now stands in. And he comes set. 2-0. Fastball wide, and Ben Hart gets ahead in the count here, 3-0. Ben Hart on the season for the Bullfrogs has had a pretty good year, batting .270. That number is skyrocketing because of his recent play. The 3-0 pitch is swung on. It's a blooper in right center field. Center fielder Nick Minkin running over makes the grab on the run. And Ben Hart with a 3-0 count gets the green light, but he sends it into the glove of Nick Minkin, and there's one away here in the fourth inning. So Dan Lucky, the third baseman, now dig in. His first time up, he would go down looking. Dan Lucky having his struggles on the season for the Bullfrogs, batting below 200 on the year, but against this Battle Creek team a couple of nights ago, did manage the grand slam, the first of the year for the Bullfrogs. First pitch to him, breaking ball. That one hits the lower outside third, and it's 0-1. Like he stands in, Shook sends in the 0-1. Another breaking ball that hits the outside corner. 0-2, like he falls behind. And Leckie out of the College of Lafayette this past season for the Panthers would bat .291. 0-2 pitch, swung on and missed. Leckie goes down chasing one out of the zone. And to make it 2 strikeouts on the night now for TJ Shook, as Zach Plunkett, the catcher, will now dig in for the Bullfrogs. Zach Plunkett, his last time would fly out to center field, of course, coming off of a 3-for-4 day, where he would manage 2 RBIs, a home run, and a double. Probably his best showing of his entire career as a Bullfrog. First pitch to him is swung on, sky-rocketed pop-up. It's into shallow right field. Nick Walker underneath easily makes the grab. And it's a 1-2-3 inning for the Bombers. And that'll do it for the top of the fourth inning. Stay tuned for the bottom half. You're listening to the WOCO Sports Stream on the Bullfrogs Radio Network. Stay tuned.
It's the best time of the year to update your ride. NEW Credit Union's Super Summer Loan Sale. From July 10th to 28th, get super low rates as low as 2.49% annual percentage rate.
To jumpstart the big event, from July 10th to the 16th, you can find your perfect car, truck, or SUV from a selection brought in by trusted local dealers right to our credit union offices in Oconto Falls, Oconto, and Surrey. Compare them side by side. Or you can also visit a participating dealer and see their expanded selection.
Call NEW Credit Union for details at 800-924-1250. That's 800-924-1250. Get up to 100% financing during the Super Summer Loan Sale.
Borrower must meet NEW Credit Union membership eligibility and creditworthy requirements. All loans subject to approval. Example of repayment would be a monthly payment of about $17.75 per $1,000 borrowed for 60 months. Federally insured by the NCUA. Super Summer Loan Sale at NEW Credit Union. Get ready to own it!
Hello and welcome back to C.O. Brown Stadium here, bottom of the fourth inning, about to get underway. The Bullfrogs have a 3-0 lead over the Battle Creek Bombers, and it's Connor Wallersheim out on the mound. He has pitched great thus far. Granted, it's just through 3, but the left-handed pitcher has dealt in 4 strikeouts. He's looked good out there. He's allowed just 3 hits, and he's left a few stranded along the way as well. 4 to be exact. As the left-handed pitcher out of Kent State finding his groove as he always does. I've mentioned it to a couple of different broadcasters and a couple of different people around the team, how fun it is to watch the Kent State guys work out there. Of course, with all the different controversies, or not even a controversy, but rather the conversations that follow baseball nowadays with the pace of play and whatnot, and how, you know, some people give it a bad rap for being a boring sport. If Connor Wallersheim or pitchers like Connor Wallersheim would pitch every game, well, it would be a great game to watch. I don't think there's been a game where Connor Wallersheim has not pitched under a 3-hour game. I mean, the guy works quick out there. Wasting no time as always, Tom Stoffel digs in, the left-handed pitcher, and Wallersheim deals in the first one. It's a breaking ball, swung on, grounded to second base. Ben Hart has it to throw to first in time, and a 1-pitch out for Connor Wallersheim. Talk about working fast. Tom Stoffel now 0 for 2 on the day. So Nikola Vasic, the second baseman, will now dig in. His last time up would fly out to left field. Nikola Vasic, the right-handed hitter, stands in. Wallersheim, as always, patiently awaiting for the ready sign. Gets it, and deals in the first one. Fastball that hits the outside corner. Gets ahead in the count, 0-1. One delivery. Swung on and fouled back over towards the man on deck for the Bombers, and Wyatt Cross. 0-2. Nikola Vasic, his last time up, flew out to left. The second baseman from New Berlin, Wisconsin, swings at the 0-2 pitch. Ground ball to Dan Leckie at third. Throw across the field in time, beating out Vasic by a step. Vasic giving it all there to try to get there safely, just missing out on an infield single. I mean, the Bullfrogs got him there by just a half a step or so. It was close. So Wyatt Cross will dig in as, again, Connor Wallersheim working a quick inning. Wyatt Cross, the catcher, his last time up, would strike out to Wallersheim. First pitch, he deals in a fastball that clips the lower outside portion, 0-1. Wyatt Cross of Bloomfield, Colorado, plays for Indiana University, does not have any stats there yet, as he would transfer in from UNC. Before he played at UNC, though, he played for that Song Jock JUCO school that I had mentioned earlier. The 1-1 pitch is swung on, a fly ball out into right field. Troy Johnson, the right fielder, tracking over, raises his glove and makes the play for out number 3. 3 up, 3 down, and just like that, we're done with the fourth. Stay tuned for the top half of the fifth. You're listening to the WOCO Sports Stream on the Bullfrogs Radio Network. Stay tuned.
If you don't know everything about insurance, you'll profit from the knowledge and experience at the Oconto Falls Insurance Center, 113 North Main Street, downtown Oconto Falls. You'll benefit from their thorough analysis of the insurance that you really need. They'll recommend the companies and policies that are the best for you. At the Oconto Falls Insurance Center, they specialize in complete coverage of all your insurance needs. Call the Oconto Falls Insurance Center, 113 North Main Street, downtown Oconto Falls.
Attention pizza lovers, have you tried a Brewpub pizza? Designed to be the best of the best pub pizzas ever made, every Brewpub Lots of Matza pizza is made with your favorite premium meats and veggies and topped with over a half pound of award-winning Wisconsin mozzarella cheese. Brewpub Lots of Matza pizzas are made right here in Wisconsin. Brewpub Lots of Matza pizzas are available at your local grocer and tavern. Check Brewpub Pizzas out at facebook.com/brewpubpizza and get more details at brewpubpizza.com. Brewpub Lots of Matza pizzas, official frozen pizza of the Green Bay Bullfrogs.
Hello and welcome back to C.O. Brown Stadium here, top of the fifth inning, about to get underway. Due up for the Bullfrogs will be Mikey Falia, the leadoff hitter. Falia on the day, 1 for 2, would manage a base hit back in the second and would ground out to third to lead off the game in the first. The right-handed hitter out of UC Irvine stands in about 5'10", and the right-handed pitcher still out on the mound deals in the first one. A breaking ball that cuts across the plate, 0-1. Nice curve there from TJ Shook, who after relieving Andrew Click has fared pretty well out there on the mound. Has allowed just a couple of hits, has thrown a strikeout as well. The 0-1 pitch is swung on, grounded or short. Throw to first in time, beats out Mikey Falia by a step. A nice play from the shortstop and all-star Alex Howard as he grabs that one off of the dirt. Nice long throw across the field, had to put some power on it, as of course Falia, the speedster, but it's one away. Riley Smith, the shortstop, will now dig in for the Bullfrogs. Riley Smith on this day is 0 for 2 with 2 strikeouts. As mentioned before, earlier today, has not managed to hit in his last 4 games. Fastball runs high, about eye level, 1-0. He gets ahead. And this hit streak coming off of or rather non-hit streak, I should say, coming off of a hit streak where he saw himself on a 6-game hit streak at one point. 1-0. Swung and fouled away right side. 1-1. We're at a time where Riley Smith really probably the most reliable batter for the Bullfrogs. But just kind of on a skid here. It's probably just a matter of time until Riley Smith gets back to his hitting ways. The University of Minnesota product stands back in. Waves his bat around. TJ Shook comes set and deals in the 1-1. Check swing from Smith. It's way wide. 2-1. Smith, the infielder, playing shortstop today for the Bullfrogs. Normally a second baseman. But Richie Tecco, the normal everyday shortstop for the Frogs, injured. 2-1 pitch, swung on and popped up, foul territory. The catcher throws off his mask and tries to get over to it in time, but it bounces into the bleachers, and it evens the count, 2 balls and 2 strikes. Richie Tecco in the first game against the Growlers would square into bunt, and it would hit his bat and come back and hit him square in the face. Hits the cheekbone in the nose area, and he's got a black eye and some scratches on his face as well. Probably got to be the worst injury that we've seen all season. In terms of just sheer how scary it looked at the top. 2-2 pitch. Fastball that runs wide. A full count now. 3 balls and 2 strikes. Riley Smith takes a huge deep breath and now stands back in. Drags his bat across the plate and awaits. TJ Shook comes set, kicks the leg to the payoff. Swung on. Line drive grounded to the shortstop, Alex Howard. The throw to first way over the head of the first baseman. And Riley Smith falls down, making a turn, and he's going to be out. He might be hurt when he's making the turn as well. He's on his hands and knees. If he's injured, I don't know who's going to play shortstop for the Bullfrogs. Of course, you are worried about his well-being as well as he turns first base because the throw from shortstop is way in the air. Air-mailed. Absolutely no shot for the first baseman, Tom Stoffel, to get to it. He gets in safely at first, and when he's turning to try to get to second, he slips in the dirt. And he's going to walk off the field. He is out on the play. As when he slipped, he tried to get it back up and run back to the bag, but he's unable to do that as well. The infield conditions here at C.O. Brown Stadium, not the best in the Northwoods League. A lot of guys have complained about how sandy and gravelly it is, that you can find just stones sitting in the infield dirt at sometimes. In fact, I just saw third baseman Allie Trella bend down and pick up a stone and throw it out. In fact, he just did another one. But Riley Smith walking off the field on his own power. He looks okay, but a tough out there for the Bullfrogs as he would have managed to get on base. Troy Johnson, the right fielder, now digs in for the Bullfrogs. The first pitch to him is a fastball that runs high, 1-0. It will go down as an E6 against Alex Howard. The shortstop airmails one over the head of Tom Stoffel. Stoffel, not the tallest of guys, no shot of reaching up and grabbing that one. The 1-0, that one runs high. A 2-0 count now. Troy Johnson gets ahead. He steps out, takes a deep breath, then stands back in. DJ Shook trying to keep the action alive, sends in the 2-0. Line drive, middle of the field, base hit for Troy Johnston. His hot hitting continues. 2 for 3 on the day now. Of course, managed that single back in the first inning. That would be followed by 3 more hits for the Bullfrogs. And 3 runs also. He would come around to score in that inning. And he stands on over at first base now after the single. Alex Penner, the first baseman, now digs in. He's 2 for 2 on the day. First pitch he sees is in the dirt. 1-0. Catcher Wyatt Cross tries to pop up and fake a snap throw over to first, but he actually slips on his way awkwardly. A 1-0 count here with 2 outs on the board. Pinner steps out and now awaits. The switch hitter out of Scottsdale. Batting lefty here against the right-handed pitcher, who sends in the 1-0. So breaking ball wide, a 2-0 count now. Alex Pinner, a recent commitment to Mississippi State, joining Tanner Poole, who of course started the year out as Bullfrog, but has since left. 2-0. That one just clips the outside corner. A nice pitch there from TJ Shook. 2-1 count now. Shook shakes off one pitch, now likes the next. Comes set, deals in the 2-1. Fastball wide and a 3-1 count now for Alex Pinner. We'll see what the sign is from head coach Chris Sabo, who sends it in. Troy Johnson takes a lead over at first. Alex Pinner awaits. 2 outs on the board. Frogs lead 3-0. 3-1 wide, ball 4. Runners at first and second now for Kyle Bino. Bino, the left fielder on the day, 1 for 2, would work the RBI double back in the first. Kyle Bino leads this team in home runs with 5, would hit one in this past series against the Kalamazoo Growlers. That home run actually came a pitch after Kyle Bino would be hit right in the groin with the ball. It would bounce off of his bat, hit the dirt, come back and hit him square in where you just don't want that to happen. The right-handed hitter out of Youngstown State stands in. Shook deals in the first pitch. It's a fastball wide, 1-0. Shook falls behind. The Bullfrogs looking to extend their lead. They lead 3-0 here in the top of the 5th inning. They have out-hit the Bombers in this one 7-3 thus far. 1-0. Swung on and fouled back right side. 1-1 now. Kyle Bino would be invited to Wausau to participate in the Home Run Derby about a week ago now, I guess it's been. He didn't do all that bad, would finish third, tied for third in the South Division with 3 home runs, or 2 home runs rather. Of course, you only get 6 out in that Home Run Derby, so he thought that it was kind of disappointing with how the whole thing was ran. You only get 6 out. He said he didn't get to warm up because of the rain, and he was disappointed in how it ended up for him. A 1-1 pitch goes by for a strike, and we have a 1-2 count now. TJ Shook comes set. Runners take their lead at first and second. The 1-2. Swung on. A little blooper into right field. That's going to drop fair. They're going to send in Troy Johnston. Rounding third, throw from right's not going to be there. And it's an RBI single for Kyle Bino. Troy Johnston comes around to score for the second time tonight. And the Bullfrogs extend their lead. They now have a 4-0 lead over this Battle Creek team. Alex Pinner is able to advance over to third base, and Kyle Bino at first with an RBI, his second of the night. Willie Bourbon digs in, the designated hitter so far on the day. He's 1 for 2. Had an RBI single in the first, and will ground out to the pitcher his last time up. First pitch, Willie Bourbon sees. Fastball, swung on and fouled away left side. Count sits to 0-1. Bourbon stands in. Shook comes set. Stares him down, deals in the 0-1. Swung on, ground ball up the middle of the field. Shortstop has it, steps on the second base bag, and gets the force out there for out number 3. That will do it here for the bottom, or rather, excuse me, top of the 5th inning. You're listening to the WOCO Sports Stream on the Bullfrogs Radio Network. Stay tuned.
Tri-City Glass and Doors, locally owned and family operated, and has been since 1960, specializing in commercial glass projects and automotive glass repair. Having grown up right here in Northeast Wisconsin, Tri-City understands your needs and wants to be the residential glass and door professionals you can count on. They're here for your family in all of life stages, from building an addition on your home for your newborn to applying Aquapel to your new driver's car. Additionally, they are locally owned, so there's no hoops to jump through. You can call them or come in at any time to talk directly to one of their glass and door experts.
Just like a great coach, State Farm agents Margie Dolan, Oconto, and Paul Huberty and Lena can help you develop a game plan for your insurance needs. Whether it's car, home, life, health, or business, agents Margie Dolan and Paul Huberty can help you find the affordable coverage you need. When your life and goals change, agents Margie Dolan and Paul Huberty will be there to help you adjust your insurance game plan with a free family insurance checkup. So, for all your insurance needs, call on a winner. State Farm agents Margie Dolan at 834-5151 and Paul Huberty at 829-5555.
Hello and welcome back to C.O. Brown Stadium here. Bottom of the fifth inning, about to get underway. Connor Wallersheim still on a mound, still out on the mound for the Bullfrogs. The left-handed pitcher out of Kent State so far on the night has managed 4 strikeouts in 4 innings of work. Has put 3 down innings in a row up. Would put them down in order in the third and in the fourth. Due up for the Bombers is Alec Trella, the third baseman. Swings at the first one he sees and misses. The 0-1. Swung and miss as well. 0-2 he falls behind. Connor Wallersheim making him look silly here. He stands back in. Waves his bat around the 0-2. That one swung on and makes contact with this one this time. And the count remains 0-2. It's an absolute gorgeous day here at C.O. Brown Stadium. Nice temperatures. Not a breeze at all. Could use a breeze, I guess it would be, but it's not that hot or steamy at all as the sun kind of starts to fade behind the trees here. You just kind of get a cool, nice July night here in Battle Creek, Michigan. 0-2 pitch comes in for a ball. 1-2 now. Wallersheim comes set. The 1-2 delivery. Breaking ball that runs in the dirt. A 2-2 count now. I mean, there's not a cloud in the sky here. Blue skies all across is a nice forest that edges the stadium as well, so it's a nice look behind the stadium as well. One of the prettier parks here. However, they've had their struggles with attendance this season. 2-2 pitch. Fastball low. Full count now. Wallersheim finds himself a little bit now in a bind after going ahead in the count 0-2. Trella digs in. Payoff. Fastball runs low and inside. Ball 4. And Wallersheim walks his second batter of the game. Evan Fiducia, the left fielder, now digs in. Fiducia on the night is 1 for 1. Facinda, not Fiducia, my apologies. That's another catcher in the league. Facinda, in his first game in a Battle Creek uniform, managed that base hit back in the second. He swings at the first one he sees and misses 0-1, as Wallersheim is just making batters look absolutely silly tonight. He draws an X across home plate with his bat and awaits. Wallersheim comes set. Trella takes the lead over at first. The 0-1. Fastball that runs low, 1-1. I mean, there's really not a cloud in the sky here. The only thing in the sky is actually what looks like a hot air balloon out in left field. You don't see that every day. Wallersheim comes set. 1-1. Fastball inside. Facinda dodges away from it. 2-1 now. Runner over at first. No outs on the board. Throw back to first. Runner slides back safely. Nearly got him there. But Alex Pinner can't put the glove on it. Count sits at 2 balls and a strike. Facinda awaits. Wallersheim comes set. Deals in the 2-1. Fastball high. He falls behind in the count now, 3-1. Facenda, the right-handed hitter from Clark University, stands in. Wallersheim checks the runner at first, the 3-1. Fastball just clipping the lower inside portion. Full count now. 3 balls and 2 strikes, no outs on the board. Wallersheim checks the runner at first, payoff. High and wide, ball 4. Wallersheim has walked 2 now. 3 on the night. Back up to the top of the lineup, and Nick Mitkin, the center fielder, digs in. Nick Mitkin on the night, 0 for 2. Went down swinging back in the first inning. The right-handed hitter out of Virginia Tech stands in. Wallersheim stares him down, comes set. The lefty checks the runner at second and deals it in. Fastball right across Broadway, 0-1. Nick Mitkin this past season would not play for the Hokies as he transferred in from Iowa Western. He would bat .358 with 3 home runs and 38 RBIs. 0-1 pitch. That one goes by for a ball inside. Evens it up, 1-1 now. Wallersheim, the lefty, stares him down. Checks the runner at second, the 1-1. Fastball swung on, popped up in the infield. Catcher Zach Plunkett takes off his mask and makes the play. Mitkin visibly frustrated, swinging his bat down into the dirt as he walks back to his dugout. As he got underneath that one and popped it up foul. 1 away now, and Alex Howard, the all-star shortstop, digs in. Howard 1 for 2 on the day, managed to single back in the first inning. Howard stands in, the right-handed batter with an open stance. Connor Wallersheim comes set, checks the runner at second and deals one in. Fastball swung on and fouled straight back into the backstop, 0-1. Howard from Arkansas State University. Transferred in from New Mexico Military Institute. There's a couple of guys from Arkansas State that transferred in from that military institute. It's an interesting pipeline. The 0-1. Breaking ball that clips the outside corner, 0-2 now. Wallersheim, the lefty, comes set. Left-handed pitcher out of Kent State. Has pitched well thus far, but 2 runners on here in the top of the 5th inning, or rather bottom of the 5th inning with just 1 out. Checks the runner at second. Deals in the 0-2. Another fastball. Swung on, line drive left field. That bounces fair. Rounding third is the runner there, and the third baseman, Dan Leckie, nearly got in his way. They were going to send in the runner over there to try to score. However, neither of the umpires were looking. Dan Leckie was in his way. I'll be flat out and say it. The home plate umpire and the other umpire were not looking at that, however. It's just a 2-man crew tonight. And the Bombers, I don't know if they would have continued to bring the man in there. And it's because the throw was definitely going to be in time. He was going to stay over at third base. It was a shallow hit into left field. If Bino's throw would have been in time, they would have held him up. But with that being said, Dan Leckie kind of in his way. And the third base umpire pretty irate. Talking with the umpire Steven Rios now. And he's in charge of all 3 of the bases here. As the runner Alec Trella, I think, has a pretty good argument here. Dan Leckie in his way when he's trying to round third and go home. I don't think he would have committed to home as the throw from Bino would have been in time. But with that being said, Leckie was in his way, flat out and simple. Neither umpire saw it, however, as, of course, it's just a two-man crew. That's one of the problems with having just two guys. Paul Romer behind home plate is going to go over and join the conference now between the second base or the infield umpire and the third base coach. And Romer's coming over there to settle things. He's letting everybody know, and he comes over and ends it. Third base umpire still frustrated, takes off his helmet, and now is yelling at him from the third base side when he's gone back to where things started off. And if this is anything for the Bombers, it's a near momentum swinger. With the bases loaded, there's just an out on the board. Alex Howard grabs his second hit of the game. He stands over at first. Nick Walker, the right fielder, now digs in. He's 0 for 2 on the day. First pitch to him, breaking ball. Inside for a ball, a 1-0. Nick Walker on the year batting .316. With strikeout looking his last time, up the 1-0. Fastball swung on and fouled back that time into the stands. 1-1 now. Bullfrogs looking for a double play or a strikeout here. Walker steps out, now stands back in. Wallershine, the lefty, rocks away, sends in the 1-1. Swung on, a blooper to the shortstop. Throw to first. Not in time. Run comes across, and the Bombers get on the board. An infield single for Nick Walker. Shortstop Ricky Tecco has a late time getting to it, as it's this slicing little blooper into the infield grass. No one can put anything on it. With the out on the board, the bases stay loaded. One run comes across. It's an RBI single for Nick Walker. And J.D. Mundy watches one go by for a ball. The 1-0. That one comes by low also. And it's a 2-0 count. The delivery. That one runs low, and the Frogs in a bind. They start to warm up. Brett Falk out in the pen now for the Bullfrogs. And Zach Plunkett goes out to have a quick word with his left-handed pitcher. Wally has pitched great thus far, but with the bases loaded and a 3-0 count, it doesn't look good. The 3-0. Fastball low, ball 4, and J.D. Mundy emphatically flips his bat over towards his dugout as he takes first base. And it's a 4-2 game now. Bombers get another run across. So it's an RBI walk for Mundy, and Tom Stoffel, the first baseman, now digs in. Tom Stoffel, the All-Star, has been great this year for the Battle Creek Bombers. He swings at the first pitch he sees and lines it out foul past the grandstand seating. Goes down to the count 0-1. Tom Stoffel of Dayton, Ohio on the season, batting .324. The 0-1 pitch is swung on, ground ball to second. Throw to first is off target. One run comes across, and so will another, as it's into the dugout of the Bombers, and everyone is awarded a base. Ben Hart has had his struggles in the field this season for the Bullfrogs. Has been good here recently. And an E4 puts 2 runs across. An E4 would have been a fielder's choice RBI for Tom Stoffel, but instead, Tom Stoffel finds himself at second with the runner at third. Still just one out on the board. Alec Trella comes across. And Evan Vasinda comes across as well. Alex Howard found himself coming around, and so did Nick Walker. As you start to think that maybe the Bullfrogs had left their problems back in Kalamazoo, the Battle Creek Bombers brings them back to reality. 4 runs in the bottom of the 5th inning. Nikola Vasic digs in. The second baseman 0 for 2 on the day. First pitch to him high and wide, 1-0. The 1-0. Fastball that hits the lower portion, 1-1 now.
30 pitches this inning. 30 pitches.
Wallersheim just hit 30 pitches, so his night is done. The 1-1. Fastball swung on and missed, 1-2. Unless Wallersheim, of course, can manage to get out of this inning with a double play, but that would be tough. The lefty deals in the 1-2, fastball wide, 2-2 now. He had posted 4 scoreless innings, thrown 4 strikeouts, and had allowed just 3 hits. And walking 1 coming into the inning. But has allowed 2 hits and walked 3 in this one, allowing 4 runs to come across. An error against the defense as well, and it's just not a good formula for the Bullfrogs. Vasic fouls away another one. It's a 2-2 count here. The delivery, breaking ball. Check swing, didn't go around. Full count. Runners at first, or rather runners at second and third. Vasic trying to grab himself a couple of RBIs. If he gets the bat on the ball here, it likely will be one. Payoff. Swung on and fouled away right side this time. Vasic fighting to stay alive. The McHenry County College product recently committed to Southern Illinois. On the season, batting .236 with 17 RBIs. Payoff pitch, swung on, slicing ball up the middle of the field. 1 run going to come across, and it's an infield single for Vasic. What a play. Probably not the way he would have liked to drawn up a base hit. But it's a slicing blooper. We've seen a couple of those tonight that just kind of make it out into the infield grass. No one can get there. And enough time to catch it on the fly, and by the time you finally get over to it, Vasic has enough speed to get over to first. So instead of what looked like was just going to be easy fielder's choice RBI, is actually an RBI single. Wyatt Cross, the catcher, now digs in. He's 0 for 2 on the night. First pitch into Cross. Fastball swung on and missed. Snap throw to third. Not in time this time. Nearly there. Zach Plunkett absolutely great at doing that this year. That one was close. Runner gets back in time, however, in J.D. Mundy. Or rather, Mundy came across on to score on that one. That one swung on, a bouncing ball to the shortstop. Underhand toss to seconds in time. Run comes across. Make it 6-4 now. Tom Stoffel comes across to score. Nikola Vasic is out as second. The Frogs try to make it 2, but they can't manage it in time. Wyatt Cross gets over to first, and it's a fielder's choice now. And now everyone has hit in the game. Alec Trella is going to come and bat, and Chris Sabo has seen enough of Connor Wallersheim. A 6-run bottom of the 5th inning. We're going to step aside for the pitching change. You're listening to the WOCO Sports Stream on the Bullfrogs Radio Network. Stay tuned.
Honey, get the camera. Riley's rolling again.
That dog always gets excited up here at the cabin.
Riley loves the woods, don't you, Riley? Roll, Riley, roll. You getting this?
I'm getting it all. It's fabulous. But we can't upload it until we get home.
Right, no data connection up here.
Challenge.
Coach McCarthy?
Mason Crosby.
Switch to Cellcom, guys. Our coverage is great, whether you're out here or anywhere coast to coast.
Yeah, Riley's fans don't want to wait.
Now Riley's really on a roll.
At Cellcom, we've got you covered out in the country and all across the country. Cellcom, built for you.
Very athletic. I think we can use him on special teams.
But not to kick, right?
We'll see.
This summer at Cellcom, save $100 on a new LG G6, and we'll cover your cost to switch from another carrier. Cellcom, built for you. Activation Flex Agreement and data subscription required. Device trade-in required. Restrictions apply. Trademarks and names are property of their respective owners. Visit cellcom.com/save for complete details.
Hello and welcome back to C.O. Brown Stadium here. Bottom of the fifth inning still underway. Brett Falk now out on the mound for the Bullfrogs, the right-handed pitcher out of Lenore Ryan. We'll get some action as Connor Wallersheim's day has come to a close, and it's not because of pinch count, and that's normally how we see Connor Wallersheim's day come to closes. A rare, not great day for Wallersheim. 6 runs come across here in the bottom of the fifth inning. Coming into the this fifth inning, he had 4 strikeouts, had walked just 1 batter, and allowed just 2 hits. Had put 2 1-2-3 innings in effect, and just all in all looked really good. But something about this fifth inning, just things fell apart for the left-handed pitcher. His night will end pitching 4 2/3 of an inning, allowing 5 hits. Granted, he gave up just 2 earned runs, 6 runs, or rather 4 of those runs that came across are unearned. Would walk 4 as well. So his night comes to a close, and Brett Falks begins. Right-handed pitcher out of Lenore Ryan comes set, and due up for the Battle Creek Bombers is Alec Trella, the third baseman. Alec Trella, the third baseman on the day, 1 for 1 with a walk. Came around to score in this inning as he led it off with a walk. We've all the way around the lineup already. First pitch into him, fastball that runs in the dirt, 1-0. Struggles continue. A 3-run top of the first inning, and things looked good for the Bullfrogs. But a collapse here in the fifth. 1-0. That one runs inside, a 2-0 count now. It just seems like that has happened one too many times here against the Bullfrogs. We're out of nowhere. After everything's going right, something just clicks, and all of a sudden it's like nothing can go right. 2-0 pitch misses outside and low. A 3-0 count here. 2 outs on the board. The Bullfrogs trail 6-4. Brett Falk comes set. The righty deals in the 3-0. Inside ball 4. He walks the first batter he sees in 4 pitches. So Alec Trella is walked for the second time here in this inning. And Evan Facinda digs in. The left fielder, 1 for 1 on the night with a walk. Would be walked in this fifth inning as well and would come around to score. First one goes by for a strike, and a snap throw back to first, but the runner back safely. Runners at first and second here, 2 outs on the board. 0-1 delivery. Swung on. Fly ball into left field. Will it stay fair? No. Into the beer garden on the left side. He goes down the count, 0-2 now. So 0-2 count, 2 outs on the board. Runner takes a lead at first and second. Waits. 0-2 pitch wide. A 1-2 count. Nice play from Zach Plunkett, the catcher, to hop over and stop that one from getting to the backstop. And we sit at 1-2. 2 outs on the board. Frogs trail 4-6. They've out-hit the Bombers in this one 8-5. Left-handed pitcher warming up in the pen for the Bombers. 1-2. Swung on, a blooper into right field. Troy Johnston there. He makes the grab. And the Bullfrogs get out of the frame, leaving 2 runners stranded. An F9 to end the frame. And 6 runs come across in the bottom of the 5th inning. Stay tuned for the 6th. You're listening to the WOCO Sports Stream on the Bullfrogs Radio Network.
When you're looking for the perfect game for your appetite, look no further than Brew Pub Lots of Matzo Pizzas. Made with premium meats and veggies, then topped with over half a pound of 100% fresh, real mozzarella cheese made right here in Wisconsin, every Brew Pub Lots of Matzo Pizza is a home run. Made with the hungry in mind, Brew Pub pizzas are big, bold, and belong in the big leagues of the frozen pizza industry. Enjoy a delicious piece of Brew Pub Lots of Matzo Pizza right now from the concession stand or pick one up at your local favorite grocery store. Brew Pub Lots of Matzo Pizzas, the ingredients for a great time.
Did you know that we here at the O'Connell Pharmacy would mail your prescriptions to you? At the O'Connell Pharmacy, we would like to make things easy for you. The O'Connell Pharmacy, our family, helping your family.
Hello and welcome back to C.O. Brown Stadium here, top of the 6th inning, about to get underway. New pitcher out on the mound for the Bombers. It's a left-handed hurler. Still waiting to see what number that is. Looks like a 4, but way too early to tell. Could be Taylor Horn, who rocks the number 2 on the back of the jersey. You see what number that is? 35? It's 35 out there. Alex Smith, left-handed pitcher out of the University of Memphis from Lakeland, Tennessee. The sophomore, pretty tall, lengthy guy, 6'3", 215. We'll see what we can do against some Bullfrog hitters who have hit well against the Bombers tonight. 8 hits to be exact. 4 runs have come across. It's been a solid offensive day, but some self-inflicted runs come across in that 5th inning. 6 come across. A 6-run inning for the Bombers, which saw everyone bat, including 2 guys came up twice in that inning. It would be an inning that would consist of 4 walks, 2 singles, an error, and just about everything wrong that you could mention. Just not a great inning for the Bullfrogs. They're going to look to try to bounce back here in the top of the 6th inning. They trail 6-5. Due up for the Bullfrogs will be Ben Hart. Ben Hart, the second baseman on the day, is 0 for 2. Right-handed hitter out of Oakland University awaits. First pitch. Swung on. Sky-rocketed pop-up right side. First baseman tracking over in the bullpen. Can't make the play. Tom Stoffel over there had a read on it, but I think he was a little more worried about his obstacles rather than the ball as it bounces nowhere near him. He was looking up at it, tracking over. Coach Ramazzotti kind of got in his way, and he was looking down at the bullpen, and then when he finally looked back up, the ball had bounced about 10 feet behind him. So no harm against Ben Hart. He just goes down the count 0-1. Alex Smith, the left-handed hurler, comes set. Ben Hart awaits the 0-1 to him. Swung on. That one fouled away also. Slicing ball right side, 0-2. Ben Hart readjusts the dirt but underneath of his cleats and resets. Waves his bat around. Alex Smith comes set, takes a breath, and sends in the 0-2. Fastball swung on, ground ball up the middle of the field. Nobody can get there. Infield single for Ben Hart. Nikola Vasic has the ability to get the glove on it to stop it from getting into the outfield, but absolutely no throw, no shot of getting the runner, or rather the batter out as Ben Hart manages the single, his first of the game. Dan Leckie now digs in. The third baseman's 0 for 2 on the day, with strikeout swinging his last time up. First pitch to him. Swung on, ground ball to short. Throw to first in time. It's a grounder to Alex Howard at shortstop. An underhand toss to the second baseman, Nikola Basic. The throw to first is a bit high. Tom Stoffel has to stretch up, but he makes the grab and beats out the batter and Dan Leckie. And just like that, 2 away. So a 6-4-3 double play brings up Zach Plunkett, the catcher, who's 0 for 2 on the night. Would fly out to center field his last time up and fly out to right his last time up. First pitch to him, breaking ball that runs inside for a strike, 0-1. An 0-1 count he awaits. The delivery. Fastball wide that time. A ball and a strike now. Frogs with 9 hits on the afternoon, but just 4 runs. The 1-1. Swung on. That one found a way right side. Over towards the dugout of the Bombers. And 2. Frogs would take a 3-0 lead in the first frame, then extend that lead to 4-0. And then that 6-run bottom of the 5th inning brings us to where we are now. Alex Smith deals in the 1-2 pitch. Swung on. Ground ball left side. Gets past the third baseman, Alec Trella. And it's into left field for a base hit. Zach Plunkett's first hit of the game. And the Bullfrogs have a runner on now as we're back up to the top of the lineup as Mikey Falia digs in. Falia, the right-handed hitter out of UC Irvine on the day, is 1 for 3. Would ground out to third to start off the game, manages single in the second, and would ground out to short his last time up. Falia awaits. Alex Smith comes set, sends one in. Fastball high and wide, 1-0. Falia on the season for the Bullfrogs has hit pretty well, leads the team currently in batting average at .314. Smith deals the 1-0. Fastball in the dirt, 2-0 now. Bullfrogs on game 3 of a 4-game road trip that has brought them out to Michigan. Every team in the South Division has to do it twice. 2-0. Snap throw to first. That's way out into right field. Zach Plunkett now gets over to second easily. And he thinks about going for 3, but he's going to be held up there. Wyatt Cross trying to give his best Zach Plunkett impersonation to try to get one back against Plunkett. But, well, I'm trying to tell you guys, Plunkett's the best at it in the league. And you shouldn't try to imitate it because that will happen. It's a ball that gets all the way out into right field. And, well, it's the easiest base that Zach Plunkett will take all season. A runner in scoring position now for Falia. He's ahead in the count 3-0 as the ball came across low. 3-1 count, 2 outs on the board. Runner at second. 3-0 delivery. Fastball right over the plate, 3-1. Falia this past season for UC Irvine did not get much playing time, just 11 at-bats, where he would register 2 hits. 3-1. Hits the outside corner, full count. 3 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs on the board. Plunkett over at second. Falia 1 for 3 on the day, looking for a second. The righty stands in, patiently awaiting. Alex Smith comes set. Takes a breath, kicks the leg, payoff pitch. Swung on, a blooper in shallow center. Second baseman Nikola Basic tracking back into the outfield grass, makes the grab for out number 3. The Bullfrogs leave a runner stranded in scoring position, and that will do it for the top of the 6th inning. Stay tuned for the bottom half. You're listening to the WOCO Sports Stream on the Bullfrogs Radio Network. Stay tuned.
Honey, get the camera. Riley's rolling again.
That dog always gets excited up here at the cabin.
Riley loves the woods, don't you, Riley? Roll, Riley, roll. You getting this?
I'm getting it all. It's fabulous. But we can't upload it until we get home.
Right, no data connection up here.
Challenge.
Coach McCarthy?
Mason Crosby.
Switch to Cellcom, guys. Our coverage is great, whether you're out here or anywhere coast to coast.
Yeah, Riley's fans don't want to wait.
Now Riley's really on a roll.
At Cellcom, we've got you covered out in the country and all across the country. Cellcom, built for you.
Very athletic. I think we can use him on special teams.
But not to kick, right?
We'll see.
This summer at Cellcom, save $100 on a new LG G6, and we'll cover your cost to switch from another carrier. Cellcom, built for you. Activation, flex agreement, and data subscription required. Device trade-in required. Restrictions apply. Trademarks and names are property of their respective owners. Visit cellcom.com/save for complete details.
Hello and welcome back to C.O. Brown Stadium here, bottom of the 6th inning. Bullfrogs currently trailing the Battle Creek Bombers 6-4. And out on the mound for the Frogs is Brett Falk. Connor Wallersheim's day has come to a close. The left-handed pitcher for the Bullfrogs would pitch 4 2/3 inning for the Bullfrogs. Deal in 4 strikeouts, walk 4, allows 5 hits, and would also allow just 2 earned runs to come across. 6 come across altogether, and he would get the pull from it as 10 batters would come up in that bottom of the 5th inning. And we'll see if Brett Falk can do any better. The right-handed pitcher on the season for the Bullfrogs has had his struggles out on the mound, as he has appeared in relief in all of his appearances. Falk comes into the game appearing in 12 games, has pitched 26 innings, allowed 42 hits, 28 earned runs, 13 walks, striking out 25, has an 0-1 record, and has a not very impressive 9.69 ERA. He has had his struggles out on the mound here in the Northwoods League. Due up for the Battle Creek Bombers is Mencken. The leadoff hitter on the night is 0 for 3. Watches the first one go by wide, 1-0. One-0 pitch, swung on and fouled back over the awning. A 1-1 count now. Nick Mencken out of Virginia Tech. This past season would have a great season for Iowa Western, batting .358. On the year for the Bombers, batting just .220, as the 1-1 pitch finds the zone, 1-2. Mencken stands in, waves his bat around. Brett Falk rocks back and sends in the 1-2. Swung on, slicing ball into right field, base hit. Doesn't get all of it, just gets a piece of it, but it's enough of it to send it out into right field. Troy Johnston, no shot of getting it to it in time. No shot for the second baseman, Ben Hart, to track back to it. Just a perfectly placed ball out there in right field, and it's the 6th hit of the game for the Bombers. Runner at first now. Takes the lead, and the new batter, Alex Howard, stands in. Howard 2 for 3 on the night. First pitch to him is a fastball that runs wide. 1 ball, no strikes, and out on the board. Frogs trail by 3, 6-4. 1-2 pitch, swung on and missed. Evens it up, 1-1. Howard from Arkansas State this past season would post a .277 batting average with 15 doubles, 4 home runs, and 37 RBIs. On the season for the Bombers, batting .346, having a great season. Throw back to first, runner back easily. Brett Falk not really putting too much on that one. And he stands back on the rubber with a 1-1 count. The righty gives a glance over to the runner at first and comes set. Deals in the 1-1. Swung on. Popped up foul. That'll land on the awning. 1-2, he falls behind. As mentioned, out of Arkansas State, he's one of those guys that transferred in from New Mexico Military Institute. His teammate Justin Felix from Arkansas State University, also from New Mexico Military Institute. And to start off the year, they were with Winston Welsh of Arkansas State, who also played JUCO ball at New Mexico Military Institute. So an interesting trio of players that have found themselves playing all over the country together. 1-2. Swung on. Fly ball deep to left. That could be trouble. Kyle Bino tracking back. Makes the grab on the warning track. A long throw to second. Not in time. Nearly a throwdown from Kyle Bino. A good long ball from him. But the runner tags up, so it'll work as if it's a sacrifice fly. Nick Minkin able to move on over to second base off of it. After that ball was absolutely launched into left field. Off the bat, it sounded like it had the ability to get out here. But after the fly out, Nick Walker digs in. Walker, the right fielder, 1 for 3 on the night. Managed an RBI as well as last time up. First pitch to him, fastball wide, 1-0. Falk checks the runner at second, the 1-0. Fastball runs. 5 for a ball, 2-0. Left-handed batter stands in. Falk sends in the 2-0, fastball low. And Nick Walker gets ahead of the count here, 3-0. 1 out on the board, runner in scoring position at second. We're here in the bottom of the 6th inning where the Bullfrogs trail 6-4. Brett Falk comes set. Right-handed hurler checks the runner at second. Deals in the 3-0. Swung on and fouled away. 3-1 now. Brett Falk wipes his brow, comes set, in a bit of a bind, and out on the board and a runner in scoring position. The Bullfrogs trying to hold themselves in striking distance, down by 2 now. Falk comes set, sends in the 3-1, fastball that runs wide for ball 4, and runners at first to second now. Not the worst thing that could have happened here. Of course, now that sets up an opportunity for a double play for the Bullfrogs. But there's runners at first and second now. And J.D. Mundy, the designated hitter, stands in. Left-handed hitter awaits first pitch to him. Fastball that goes by for a strike, gets away from the catcher. Plunkett, throw to second, or rather third, not in time. Both runners advance. A nice breaking ball from Brett Falk had so much spin on it that Plunkett couldn't put the mitt on it. Both runners advance a bag, and Plunkett will put that one on himself. We'll go back to Brett Falk and talk to him here. As with 1 out on the board, there's runners at second and third now. They had an opportunity to try to force a double play, but with the pass ball that moves both runners over, now it's going to be tough to turn 2. All of the infielders come into the infield grass as they're going to try to keep themselves into this game here. J.D. Mundy, the Virginia Tech product, stands in. His teammate standing over at third base in Minkin. Brett Falk checks the runner at second and third and sends in the 0-2. Swung on, blooper into center field. One run's going to come across. They're going to send in another, and it's going to be a 2 RBI single for J.D. Mundy. And the Battle Creek Bombers take an 8-4 lead here in the bottom of the 6th inning. Their 7th hit of the game, and the struggles continue for the Bullfrogs. A 4-0 lead in this game erased. 8 unanswered runs now for the Bombers. 8-4 is our tally, and Tom Stoffel digs in. The first baseman swings at the first pitch he sees. A line drive to right center. Another base hit. Make it 8 now on the night. The first for Tom Stoffel. A couple of singles and now runners at first and second. And Nikola Vasic, the second baseman, comes up to bat. Vasic is 1 for 3 on the night with an RBI. Checks the runner at second. First pitch comes across wide, 1-0. Brett Falk still has to get out of this game here despite 2 runs coming across. There's just 1 out on the board. Vasic stands in. Right-handed batter out of McHenry County College. 1-0. That one flips the inside corner. 1-1 now. Nikola Vasic, a recent commit to Southern Illinois. At McHenry County College this past season would bat .400. That college was a qualifier for the World Series. He was named an all-region selection. 1-1 pitch. Runs wide, 2-1 now. Nikola Vasic out of McHenry County.